All right, guys. So Nick Fuentes had a bit of an oopsie the other night. He ended his stream. I'm sorry, let me back up. I'm sure most of you know who he is, but for those of you who don't know who he is, he's sort of like an alt-right, white supremacist / Nazi type. I don't say that loosely. He's like done debates where he argues the pro-Hitler side. So it's not a straw man to say he's, this is his position, right? It is. So anyway, he was doing his stream, ends the stream, and then as soon as it ends, boom, gay porn starts showing. Okay, so this is censored, so that makes it so I can show it. Let's watch, and then we'll discuss more here.
And have a great rest of your evening.
Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo.
He was saying, whoa, in the chat. Wait, turn this shit off. What the fuck? Hacked? What the fuck? Hacked. What the fuck? Okay, now what are the possibilities? I mean, the possibilities are, it's obvious, right? One of the possibilities is he turns off the stream, then he wants to beat his little meat, and he goes to some gay porn website, starts working on his meat, doesn't realize it's still going, right? It's still streaming. That's certainly a possibility. We saw a similar thing. Remember when Alex Jones was famously trying to show the camera something, and one of his tabs was a porn website that was with a trans porn star? Remember that? It's funny. All these guys are super masculine, super manly, traditional gender roles guys. They're the first ones to be like, hey, shove that pineapple up my ass, right? They're the first ones to be into some kinky, freaky shit. Now, in this instance, not necessarily freaky. I don't know what they were doing in the gay porn, but if you're just gay, that's actually relatively vanilla, right? Insofar as today's standards go. But you guys know how it is. All the super conservative Christian Republicans who get caught trying to blow a dude in a New Jersey Turnpike bathroom, or the evangelical Christian pastors like Ted Haggard, who was caught doing crystal meth and having sex with gay hookers. We don't even need to go through the list. The list is endless, man. Okay, so that's a possibility. The other possibility is he was hacked, right? So George Santos has a hilarious feud going on with Nick Fuentes. I have no idea why. I don't know the backstory. I don't even really care. But George Santos comes out. Nick Fuentes streamed gay porn last night on his show. Now the Gapers, he's making a play on the Groypers, that's what they call themselves, Fuentes fans. The Gapers are claiming it was a Mossad hack. For the love of God, Gapers, just accept your Zaddy Fuentes is a homo. Then he's got a bunch of clown emojis and a bunch of laughing emojis. I love that these two are fighting. It's adorable to me that they're fighting. Nick Fuentes' supporters are claiming Fuentes was hacked by Jews. We have been unable to verify these claims. This is from the Drama Alert Twitter source. So here, this is Fuentes put out a statement and said the following. Last night, after my stream went offline, my Cozy channel was hijacked by a known hacker purporting to represent IDF Unit 8200. The hacker targeted a vulnerability in the web app that my team uses to automatically stream the looped pre-show intro lobby of my stream on Cozy. This is why the hacked material, which was streamed, did not appear live on Rumble or in the replay VOD on either Rumble or Cozy. If the material originated from my OBS streaming software like my show does, it would have appeared on both platforms during the live stream and in both VODs. Instead, the hacked material was broadcast only on Cozy and did not appear in a replay VOD on either side because it was broadcast from the web app, which automatically streams a playlist of videos exclusively on Cozy before I begin streaming my show. The hacker exploited a vulnerability in the web app to gain access and create multiple playlists of pornographic videos, which he streamed to my Cozy channel after my stream went offline. He included messages in the title of each playlist offering money to my development team to leak information to him. He also included his Telegram handle in those messages and in a watermark overlaid on the pornographic material he streamed on the channel. The name of the Telegram account was recently changed to Am Yisrael Chai in Hebrew, but was originally called something else and is most likely not Israeli intelligence. Okay. There is There is evidence that this hacker has been involved in similar attacks against other streamers and online communities over the past several years. Since the hack, my development team has investigated the incident and found that Cozy was unaffected, no data was retrieved, and that there was no leak from my team. The hacker targeted a vulnerability in an application used internally to create the automatic lobby. So there's nothing I love more than dunking on and making fun of Nick Fuentes. I think he's a freaky little twerp. My favorite clip of his, personally, was when he said sex is gay. That heterosexual sex is a gay act. Okay. But that actually sounds pretty convincing, right? It sounds pretty convincing that he was hacked. I'd love to sit here and tell you guys it was the exact same thing as the Alex Jones situation where he just outed himself as liking trans women. I can't do it. That actually sounds relatively convincing to me that he was hacked. So, now, look, does that mean for sure that he's not closeted in some way, shape, or form? No. It's still certainly possible that homie's hung up on all sorts of shit sexually. But I don't know, and I don't care. My issue with him is ideologically and politically. But you guys tell me, does that explanation, does that description of what happened, does that sound convincing to you? Do you think he actually was low-key watching gay porn and beating his little meat? So do you side with George Santos on this? Or do you think that it was some kind of a hack and it's total bullshit that he wasn't doing that? He says enough weird stuff about sex and gender relations where we don't need to reach, right? So there's enough stuff there that's ripe for attack anyway, but I have to admit, that does sound relatively convincing in terms of, because it's such a detailed description of like what went down, what happened, etc., that it's like you definitely didn't make up those 19 different factual points in order to come to this conclusion. It seems actually likely he was hacked. So anyway, hate to rain on everybody's parade there, but I think George Santos is wrong and Nick Fuentes is right in this particular instance. Nick Fuentes, you are not guilty on the charge of accidentally streaming gay porn to your audience, but you are guilty on the charge of being a Nazi. Aren't I so fair? All right, guys, that's the show. I love y'all very much. You know the drill. Everybody subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. It helps out massively. It costs you absolutely nothing. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. I deeply appreciate that. You can always support the show on Patreon, or you could tip with the thanks button on YouTube. Those things are below. Remember, I'm extra relying on that because we don't do any ad reads or anything like that. I've never talked to an advertiser. So your guys' support really helps the channel get by. And that's all I got for you guys, man. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.